welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the Tennessee Titans. Taken about 7 yards deep. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
The ball carrier.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
Here's Jones. Throwing on first down, eluding the pressure right. Got a man, that's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The catch and run there, good for 16 in the first. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
A first down carry for Henry. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
He's tackled at the 32.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Jones. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. He got 29 yards that time. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
They'll give Henry another shot. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Derrick Henry with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Titans take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Now Jones operating from the gun. It's complete. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more.
Score Titans 8. Browns nothing. Steven Gostkowski set to kick off.
Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This will make it into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. To throw, Mayfield. And that's caught by the tight end, Bryant. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And incomplete on the deep ball. Will Fuller was the intended target. 3rd down here.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. Throw left side complete. It's Fuller. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a 1st down.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this 1st quarter. They'll run for the first time with Kareem Hunt. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 43-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mayfield gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 16 yards, a 1st down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40. And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Mayfield. Flushed out right. And this is caught at the 8. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Browns move back within a couple of the lead. Tennessee's got it, so they take just the one here, and that makes it an 8-7 game in the first.
Brown 7.
So we're back to a one-point game now as the kickoff comes. Taken in the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. A good balanced attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
It really becomes a tale of two play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything's working pretty well. For the defensive
guy, what's going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Ball carrier.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
Mayfield.
He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
A tight one. 8-7 our score after one on EA Sports.
Brown 7.
On 3rd and 1, here's Mayfield. 4th down now as the Titans defense holds up in coverage.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here.
Check cross. Right there. 54, right there. 54 mark. Let's go, D. Check 4-3. Hey, look. King. Hey, alert. Check.
And Mayfield just getting the play off. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
The lone man in the backfield here is Chubb on 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Chubb, and he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Nick Chubb.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll give it to Chubb, and this time he is in. Touchdown. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Browns have taken the lead. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
And it's up and good to make this now a 14-8 ball game.
The score, Browns 14, Titans 8.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Operating from the gun, Jones. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Allen, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Following the interception, Mayfield. And he completes it to Hunt. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. Chubb on the counter. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Mayfield. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
For the field goal, a 24-yard attempt.
And Parkey's kick is good. And that'll boost their lead to 9. It's 17-8. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
10 at their own 30-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
Taken down back at the 23-yard line.
Off play action. Jones. He's going to air one out. And that's going to be incomplete.
Jones pass.
Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Incomplete.
Well, that play was certainly a little bit different because on the previous play, he was sacked. This time, protection a lot better. Had time to survey the field and still couldn't find an open receiver.
Jones now throwing on 3rd and long. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Ross on the return. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
Now left side on the swing pass. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch the twist. Kill.
A run for Nick Chubb, and he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Ball carrier.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Mayfield to throw it. Steps away. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown.
To Odell Beckham.
Odell Beckham as the first half is winding down. And the Browns add 6 to their lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this carries into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation. If it just
Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now.
The score, Browns 31, Titans 8.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Their own 20-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know, the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach. We can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
Check, check. Cross down. Cross down. Cross down.
The third quarter starts with a run by Chubb. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. There's a party now. He's checking. He's checking. He's checking. King, king, king. Run. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Check 37.
Mayfield looks to throw. Forced out to his left. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Mayfield hands to Chubb on the draw. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal at the 11-yard line.
And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal.
Here we go. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Here we go. Set. Check.
And that'll set him back 5. How crucial will those 5 yards be? We'll see as they come up again here, 3rd and goal. Now Mayfield. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
The kick by Parkey is good. And that will make the lead now 26. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Now the 2nd down throw on target. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. From the gun, Jones. Now he'll let it go deep right side. Oh, Jones has just thrown his third interception. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. And his kick is right through.
Makes the score Browns 41, Titans 8.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this carries into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
First and 10.
Well, we can talk about it like it's just a basic route, but how about the timing on this one? Lined up on the right, runs a deep in route, and how about the throw? Right on the money. Bam, puts it right in there and on his hands. Nice completion. Really good pickup.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
At the Browns 45.
Looking here for Smith downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Greedy Williams picks it off. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Second 10 coming up here in Nashville. Third quarter action.
Hey, watch the slant. Hey, alert 33. Shit. I got it.
A quick throw out wide to Fuller. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A first down there on a pickup of 25. That's how you draw up the run-pass option right there. You get a chunk play out of it.
And you know quarterbacks love to throw the RPOs because oftentimes they're in-breaking routes, but receivers love it even more. The ball gets to them quickly, allows them to put some moves on in the secondary.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Titans' 31-yard line.
1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Check. Slam. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Hey, alert 33.
And again, it's Chubb. And this Tennessee defense for the second straight play gets him behind the line. They're not messing around. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
3rd down.
All day, every day.
Now Chubb. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And Parkey's kick is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late in the 1st and 10. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
He was taken
watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. They'll run it again with Henry. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to be taken down about a yard shy of the 1st at the 29. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
He wasn't the primary target.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
21-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Jones going to throw again. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. Oh, this is becoming tough to watch. I don't know that I've seen 3 pick sixes from the same quarterback in the same game.
And I know that many are going to scream at the coach about why did you let him stay out there to throw those. But truthfully, what are the odds that you're going to throw 3 pick sixes in a game? You want to leave them out there so they can work through some of the rough stuff.
And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Check. Mike, 4. And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Convert.
Another try after the first down sack. Jones escaping the pressure right. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll be out right at the 35. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
No gain on the play.
They'll run. It's Henry. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Operating from the gun, Jones. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Brian Allen. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
1st and 10.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here. 1st and 10. They run again on 1st down. Chubb. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold, because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
On the carry, it's Chubb. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he'll get this down only to the 18. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Today's final
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
As an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Cleveland, it's another win for them, and you wonder if they want a redo on that one loss as they sit now at 14-1. And they'll return home next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for the Titans, it's a slip-up that could cost them as they drop now to 12-3. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Houston Texans. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.